Hello and welcome back to the Scorching Start on the Birds Broadcast Network. I'm your host, Sammy Miller, alongside your broadcasters, Ian Nicholas and Dylan Pescatore. Guys, we are back at Eldridge Park after last night's 12-2 loss against the Harwich Mariners. But hey, today is a new day and they have a chance to get back on track today against the YD Red Sox. But before we get into today's matchup, let's talk about last night. Now the pitching, despite having 11 strikeouts, they walked 9 players. And after the game, Kelly Nicholson said that you can't expect to compete in the Cape Cod League by walking 9 players. Ian, what did you see from the pitchers last night?
Well, unfortunately, Sammy, it started with Cam Leiter, who, again, just wasn't really in control of his stuff last night, handed out a lot of free passes, only made it through 2 innings, gave out 5 free passes. Derek Clark, just like he has over his first 2 appearances, was able to settle it down, but then more of the same when Eric Orloff, Trevin Hope came into the game. Danny Carrion finished things out strong of a 9th, but by that point, too many free passes had added up, and the game was out of hand. So ultimately, I think you need to slash that number at least in half on a nightly basis to compete, like Kelly said, in the Cape Cod Baseball League.
And on top of those pitching struggles, the bats were also pretty quiet last night. Dylan, what did you see from the batting order as a whole?
Yeah, it seemed like they were a bit confused up there. A lot of strikeouts, up to 14 strikeouts out of 27 outs. That cannot happen on a nightly basis. Too many walks from the pitching side, too many strikeouts from the hitting side. Let's see if they can get the ball in play a little bit more, have better at-bats, and maybe draw a few of those walks that they were giving out yesterday.
Now, a positive, though, was Matt Hallback, a UC San Diego first baseman. He's a new addition to this team. Ian, how do you think he can really help this team moving forward in this season?
Well, it can help him get on base. 4 times up last night, he reached base all 4 times, albeit Matt Hallback, this has never happened in his career before until last night. He got hit by pitch 3 times. But he also drove in a run with an RBI single. So he's a professional hitter, hit over 300 for UCSD in the spring, led them to a Big West championship. And at first, him and Jake Hyde both provide a lot of power. So in the middle of the lineup on any given night, I really like how he fits into this team.
And this is the first time that the Firebirds will be taking on the Red Sox. So, Dylan, what should we be expecting from this pitching matchup?
We should be expecting a lot of heat coming out of Judas, the starting pitcher for the YD Red Sox. Nick, he throws upwards of 100 miles per hour. It's only 2 pitches, though. It's a fastball and a slider. So if the Firebirds batters can somehow eliminate one of those pitches, get him to lose the zone with one of them, they can lock in on the other and really have a field day against Judas.
And YD, they have some big bats in their order. Ian, is there someone that the Firebirds should be looking out for?
100%. It's Hunter Hines. Only 4 runs scored for YD, and it's tie against Falmouth. All 4 of them off the bat of Hines, including a 3-run home run. One of the best players in the country in Mississippi State with over 20 long bombs on the year, the first baseman. He might be able to send it dead central to Eldridge Park, which is saying something, but he's got big league power.
And guys, you know what time it is. I need your keys to the game. Dylan, you're up first.
Better at-bats, draw a few more walks, and find a way. I'm picking the magic number at 6 hits tonight for the Firebirds.
Ian, what about you? What's your key?
Hold this YD team to 4 walks or less, because if you allow Hines or their big-hitting catcher, Will King, to hit a long bomb, you want it to be a solo shot, not a multiple-run home run.
Let's see if those Firebirds can get those keys done, and stay tuned for a lot more on the Scorching Start.
All right, let's go to war, boys. You guys keep it out.
I'm now joined alongside UAB catcher Henry Hunter. Now, Henry, you're from Georgia and you go to school in Alabama. How's the Cape different from the South?
It's beautiful for one. That's the big thing. It's been awesome. The weather's just awesome. The humidity's way different. So it's been awesome. It's beautiful up here. I love it.
And have you been able to go to the beach with your teammates yet?
I have. One day we went and it was a blast. The water was cold, but it was a fun time.
And what were your emotions when you found out that you're going to be playing baseball in the Cape Cod League?
I was super excited just because I've been dreaming about this since I was a little kid, and especially being a college baseball player, it's like the mecca of it. So when I found out, I was just ecstatic, and it was just like, just get there. Like, don't take it for granted because, I mean, it can get taken away. I mean, from a lot of people, it has been taken away. So just not taking any day for granted, any at-bat for granted because you don't know how long it could last. So just enjoying it, just staying in the moment.
And your at-bats have been looking way stronger. You have 3 hits. So what have you been seeing at the plate?
I've just been attacking fastballs. I just feel like I've gotten back to being who I am this season. I just think I got a little bit away from myself and just getting back to being me, really. That's the biggest thing.
And let's talk about behind the plate. How is it being able to pitch against or being able to catch against some of the best pitchers in the country?
Oh, it's been great. It's been great. Just starting to get more and more comfortable with a lot of the guys, especially just being in the bullpen and learning them and just seeing what makes them tick and and then just seeing what they need, where they need me to set up, what they need me to do in order for them to have success. I think that's the biggest thing. So just starting to get on the same page as them. Super important.
And speaking about chemistry, it's so important with a pitcher and a catcher. How would you kind of evaluate your connections with your pitchers so far?
It's been great. It's been great. I feel like I have a strong relationship with a lot of them. That's something that I really make an emphasis everywhere I go. Like, come in and be just as close with the pitchers as I am with the position players, because it's easy to hang out with the position players, but I make it an emphasis. Every new guy that comes in, like, shake their hand, introduce myself, get to know them a little bit, ask them where they're from, and just let them know, like, I'm here if you need anything, whether that's physically, anything, mentally, whatever you need, like, I'm here for you. So I feel like that helps.
And Henry, you might be one of the most loved guys on this team. The baseball ops guys have said time and time again that you always ask, do you need anything? Do you need any help? So do you think you would attribute that to how you were raised?
Absolutely, absolutely. I have two great older sisters, two great parents, great friends, great support system around me. I think that's just kind of who I am too. So, I mean, I'm just blessed to have great people around me, really, to help mold me to be who I am.
And you had a great season at UAB. So is there any lessons that you're looking to take away from that season here to the Cape?
Yeah, I think really it was a tough year for me a little bit. So just learning from those struggles was the biggest thing, and then learning, okay, how can I have success consistently? What are the things mentally that I can do and go back on in order to have success? So I think just learning really more than anything from the struggles and the failure of it. And it's really just, I keep telling myself, my big thing up here has been just no fear. I want to be fearless, and the fear of failure kind of crept in this year, and right now I'm just kind of telling myself every at bat, just no fear. I don't care who's on the mound. Just trust it and go get it. So it's been fun.
And speaking of struggles, right now you guys are on a bit of a losing streak, but the thing that I love is you guys remain positive throughout anything. So how important do you think that is in the dugout?
Oh, it's huge. It's huge because, I mean, everybody's going to go through a struggle at some point, and I think we're almost fortunate to go through it now, kind of see what we're made of and see how we respond to these things. So I think everybody's just going to we just keep chipping, really. We just keep working. We don't really talk about it. I mean, we know we haven't been great, but we're not down. We still think we're a good ball team, so I think we'll be fine.
Well, thank you so much and good luck tonight.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Hey, set the tone, boys.
I'm now joined alongside Firebirds manager Kelly Nicholson. Coach, what was the post-game message last night?
Stay positive. And try to find stuff other than results that you can control during the day, that if you do those things, it's going to be a successful day for you, because we're not always going to come out on top. So we can't let the scoreboard dictate how our day turns out, but just stay positive. When your head hits a pillow at night, focus on what you did well. Today's a brand new day. It's a great opportunity for us to, get on the right side of the win column tonight.
And you guys kind of struggled last night from the mound, had 9 walks. What were you seeing from those pitchers?
A lot of walks, a lot of balls. We were working ahead. It all starts on the mound. Cam Leiter didn't command the baseball. 5 walks and I think 2 1/3, 2 2/3. And then you can't give up 9 walks and hit a guy in this league and expect to be successful. And the score indicated that last night.
And do you think one of the reasons why the offense isn't really where it needs to be is because of the wooden bats that these guys are having to adjust to?
Yeah, it's the wood, and it's really good arms every inning, every night. So I just told them to be patient as well. I've seen some really good players come up here and get off to extremely slow starts and wind up having very good summers. So they just have to be patient, have a good process every day, stay healthy, prepare, and see what happens.
And one player who seems like he is an extremely great asset for you guys is Derek Clark.
Yeah.
In the 9th inning, he brought the team together and he said, hey, we're not stopping, keep going. What does he mean to this team?
Yeah, he's good, man. He's a little spark plug out there. He's, he pitches with passion and conviction, and he got a little swag to him out there. I love it. He's kind of like a little left-handed Stroman out there a little bit, Sammy. But he's a terrific kid, had a great year at Northwood. We're really lucky to have him on our staff.
And today is the first day you're facing the YD Red Sox. What stands out to you with this team?
Yeah, they're good. They're good. They hit, they pitch. It's a big arm going against us tonight. Our work's cut out for us. So hopefully we want to get off to a good start, get the early lead, and see what happens. We have bullpen. We're good. We got a good starter. Our bullpen is good tonight. Everybody's fresh. So I'm looking forward to it. It should be a good game.
Well, thank you so much, Coach. Good luck tonight.
You bet. Thank you, Sammy.
That'll do it for this edition of the Scorching Start on the Birds Broadcast Network. Make sure you tune in at 6:30 when the Orleans Firebirds take on the YD Red Sox.